concentration of Nigerians discussing the issue of Nigeria, mobilizing for issues and all of that. So the same people that use social media in 2014, 2015, they started saying, oh, we needed to regulate it. They were making laws to try to control what you post on social media. This man actually went about and was like asking the National Assembly if they could make laws that would make the social media more or less like a switch, off and on, that they could turn it off and turn it on anytime. All of that failed. Then you know what now triggered Buhari to threaten the Igbos that now led to the shutting down of Twitter in Nigeria? I'll tell you. The IPOB. The obsession that some of them have with IPOB today, that some of you can't really, you can't really understand. Why do they have this so much obsession? Why do they get triggered every time you mention IPOB? Even those who are non-Igbos, so including some who are Igbos too. Why do they get so triggered? It was because around that time, I can say the Nigerian Twitter, social media generally, was much controlled. Like you can say like about 70% conversation on social media Nigeria then was controlled by the IPOB and the Biafran supporters. It was that big. It was that massive. And all of that wasn't like a creation that just happened though. Buhari started it. They were tracking Nnamdi Kanu, who was broadcasting on his radio Biafra, broadcasting on social media. He was doing all of this when Jonathan was president of Nigeria. But not many people were really kind of like hearing or seeing what he was doing. Only kind of sizable number of people were hearing him that long. Jonathan's government did not see him as a terrorist or what he's saying, what he's doing, right? Buhari came, and yes, they tracked him down to Lagos the moment they realized I was in Nigeria. In 2015, just about 7 months in power, bang, they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. Just like that. Many people who never really heard about him or what he's doing and all that, they started asking questions. Like, what did he do? What did he say? Why are they like, you know what I mean? Oh, he's talking about Biafra. And so that swelled Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's popularity beyond borders, beyond seas, lands, all over the place. So rather than demonize him, it then sort of like, rather than be demonized by all of that or criminalized by all of that, he became, a cult-like leader whose messages now resonate with a lot of people that never heard about him before. So that was how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu became the foundation of Buhari's ethnic, tribal, religious, murderous regime that happened to Nigeria. The worst so far. Maybe Tifnubu will break that, we'll see. So it was in that same breath that Buhari went on Twitter to threaten the entire Igbos. And what did he say? He said, if their parents failed to tell them the stories of the Civil War, Buhari will teach them the lesson in the language they will understand. He went on to say, the Igbos, the eastern part of Nigeria, is just dot in a circle that could be wiped off. Do you understand? Like you have a dot in a circle, then you can clean it up. That's a genocide to say we can just kill 60 million people. Here you get now because they're just dots. So yeah, if they provoke me. So long story short, Twitter asked Buhari and his handlers to delete that tweet. It violates, and you know why? Yeah, people reported it. Like I'm talking about millions of people reported that post. And within hours, it triggered national security conversation in Nigeria. True story. The conversation went on to, okay, you know what? Please delete it. Millions of people are not comfortable with this threat coming from the official handle of the president of a country. This is not good. They doubled down. No, they won't delete it. Buhari didn't threaten anybody. He didn't mean to kill anybody. He's just talking about this IPOB, Biafrans, and all of that stuff. President of a country in that language. When they won't delete it, Twitter deleted the post. They deleted the tweet. And boom, they went into a straight overdrive. They ran mad inside the Aso Rock. They said that the IPOB they said those who are working in Twitter, they have their loyalty to the IPOB. Therefore, Twitter is a threat to Nigeria. It could break Nigeria. They said Twitter and social media, all these people, they want Nigeria to break. They were supporting Biafra. Hey, overdrive. In that paranoid, they forgot that millions of Nigerians are making their own living, legitimate living, on this same social media, on this same Twitter. They didn't care. They didn't care that even they themselves, in this day and time, this modern media, what do you call it? New media, they call it too, where you have hundreds, if not thousands of them appointed as social media advisors, this and that. This is the same social media they have been using as propaganda. They didn't care. All businesses and all of that are running through, they didn't care. So they went on because technologically they could do that. Doesn't mean that people won't still use social media, but they would have to do so, pretending that they are somewhere else. VPN, it's called. They ruined people's businesses. They ruined people's lives simply because of ego tripping of Buhari. That was the genesis. And of course, yeah, like I said, it wasn't just the IPOB who are very, very, very brutal when it comes to, defending everything or changing the narrative of so many of the lies that so many people used to throw at them. It was mental that time. But again, there were Nigerians too. Yeah, the one Nigerianist who have become so weary and, tired, disappointed, and they wanted something different. Some of them believed that election could still get rid of these people because if they could defeat incumbent president at the time, okay, through election, they could do the same thing and remove these people until they realized that they didn't actually defeat the incumbent president at the time. It was all part of the scheme, part of the plan. So the entire system is rigged. Election won't remove these people. What's going to remove them? A protest. So EndSARS happened, where people are asking the government to do something about police brutality, extrajudicial killings and all that. And what happened after? They rolled out the tanks, guns. They shot down and killed thousands of people that they denied. But the centerpiece of the killings that got the world attention is that of Lagos. How did Delayamo express that in his book? It's like this. I don't think you want to read the book.
And anyway. Honestly, that pushback, I still stand by it. Nobody ever said nobody died during the EndSARS. No, people died even in Abuja. They died in Lagos. They died in Kano. But what we were saying is that CNN was not at the toll gate. CNN relied on second-hand, third-hand information as if we were there. And my argument and logic was very simple. If a man has a goat and the goat does not come home one night, he will go out and look for that goat. Now, 5 years on today, nobody has come to tell us that my son or my ward went to the toll gate, didn't come back. We never said there was no. People died in Adimosho. People died, many places during the EndSARS. In fact, 37 policemen were killed. 6 soldiers were killed. It's what we kept making that, listen, EndSARS was unfortunate, it was tragic, but that there was a massacre at the toll gate is fake news. And
nuisance, Lele.
He was the one shouting fake news. And that's how that's the way he speaks. That if you have probably low brain cell, sure you get what he's saying is going to resonate with you. Trust me, he has his own audience, especially among all these elderly, older people. Trust me, they believe him. Well, maybe not that much anyway, because some of them call him liar as well. We didn't say nobody died. Baba, they said nobody died. Right? We didn't say, we say it's at the toll gate. At the toll gate, CNN was not there. They are relying on third party. Now ask Layamo, was it there at the scenes where those people were killed as well? The one he accepted that, you know what? The reason at the time was just to try to protect Paulu, or what later came out at the toll gate, right? So he is one of those considered to be an elders, the elders who sort of like dances on the grave of, the things killed by them, which means the future that they killed. So they dance on their graves like that by trying to kind of like point fingers here and there and all that. But last, all the perpetrators, all the killers, none of them is brought to book. In fact, a soldier who bear false witness in Lagos, which indeed still got them indicted. There's a panel set up in Lagos that's still indicted the Nigerian military, Nigerian army, right? The Lagos state government, and so many others who participated in the old killings and the cover-up. Sure you get. But nobody was tried for anything. No criminal charges against any of these perpetrators. Nothing. So that soldier that bear witness, Taiwo something, right, in Lagos, just after the entire show and all that, right? Just about 2-3 months after that, he got promoted to an higher rank in the army. And that's the end of the story. So there was nothing. People who died. And when we say died, we are talking about people killed by the system. And the system still continues to kill us. Over a week ago in Ejiba, I sort of shared that with us on this platform. A CNS church that got attacked in Ejiba town in Kogi, Yagba West local government area. So, yeah. Do you know that nobody's talking about them? They've been in captivity, including their pastor. They've been in captivity now for more than 10 days. So we're grateful for those who got returned back in Kwara. But this one in Kogi, right? They are calling on the governor and the government, everybody, to please do something, since the terrorists are now demanding for 100 million naira ransom. Yeah, this is why.
Governor Ododo, wọ́n bẹ Honorable Tosin Olókun, wọ́n bẹ Honorable Sunday Karimi, wọ́n bẹ Honorable Asiru Ìjàgbèmí, wọ́n bẹ Honorable Fanwo Kingsley, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n bẹ Honorable Idris wípé kí gbogbo yín kẹ́ ẹ ṣàánú àwọn. Ọkọ wọn ni wọ́n gbé ní ilé ìsìn pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ara wọn 6 yàtọ̀ sí àwọn ọmọ ìjọ èèyàn 14 òun ni wọ́n kú fún wọn. 7 nínú ilé àwọn nìkan, owó tán sì ń béèrè kò síbi tá a ti lè rí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, wọ́n kọ́kọ́ béèrè 500 million, wọ́n tún wá ń béèrè fún 200 báyìí. À ń bẹ ìjọba nìkan ràn wá lọ́wọ́, kò sí ohun tá a lè dá sí. Àgbẹ̀ ni bàbá ń ṣe pẹ̀lú pásítọ̀ wọn, mọ̀mọ́ náà nǹkan pẹ́pẹ̀pẹ́ ni wọ́n ń tà. Níbo la ti fẹ́ rówó yìí? Àwọn ọmọ sì wà ní skul. Abẹ̀yìn ni ẹ bá wa dá sí. Ó ti ọgbọ̀n ọjọ́ nínú oṣù kọkànlá òun ni ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí ṣẹlẹ̀ títí dìsìn. A ò tí ì gbúròó wọn o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ ṣàánú wa, Ọlọ́run yóò ṣàánú fún ẹ̀yin náà. Mọ̀mọ́ ní Ìlẹ́rìn, ìyálé wọn ní lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wọn, àwọn ìyàwó ilé wọn náà ní tí wọ́n ń jókòó tí wọ́n tán gbà wọ́n nímọ̀ràn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
Just so you know, right? So in that household, right? The terrorists that took people from that church, they took 15 people. That's the pastor and 14 other people. So initially they demanded for 500 million naira ransom. Now they have reduced it to 100 million naira. You see, in that household where that woman is there crying and she's been held, right? Seven among the 14 people taken were from that household. So that household currently have 7 of their own members or family members in captivity. So that's them begging that people should please help them do something. You know, they've got nothing. They're just, the head of the family is just a farmer, an old man. There's no way they will be able to raise such money. It's not possible. So they were calling on their, lawmakers, governor and others to please do something, because there's no way they will be able to cough out that money. It's not possible. And there's another man, Mr. Mogaji, whose video is currently trending as we speak. He's a teacher of one private school in Ogun State. The school is called the Vinecrest College. He's their computer teacher, traveling from Ogun State, Iperu or so, traveling from Ogun State to Abuja. And when they got to Kogi, the terrorists grabbed him. For him alone, they are now asking for 100 million naira ransom again. Also, this happened between yesterday and today. Just so you know.
My name is Mogaji Adebanjo. I'm from Imoarigi Akoko in Ondo State. I work with the Vinecrest College. When I was coming from Iperu going to Abuja yesterday, I was kidnapped along the Kaba Road. And they are demanding for 100 million. Please help me. I don't want to die. I have a pregnant wife and a 4-year-old son. Please, and an aged father. I don't want to die. Help me. Help me, please. Help me. We want 100 million. 100 million. Yeah. Please help me. I was caught yesterday. Help me, please. I'm from Imo Arigidi. In those states, Imo Arigidi Akoko. Please. My name is Mogaji Adebanjo. I'm from.
So that's Mr. Mogaji Adebanjo from Arigidi Akoko in Ondo State, but work with this school, Vinecrest College, as a computer teacher. I was saying something yesterday about this issue of, the airfare, the cost of flying from one place to another in Nigeria, and why a lot of people are choosing to fly now, because you have to compare the cost of, air tickets and the cost of ransom. So you have to compare both, and the choice is yours. It's yours to take, and you can risk it, you can gamble it, it's up to you. That is the situation Nigeria is. So when people tell you that what is happening is just being exaggerated so that the government can look bad, the government is bad. All these things shouldn't even be happening at all. Now, in a country where traveling interstate is not safe, the likes of Bello Truji, they are still roaming and all over the place in their thousands. This is his recent video. This guy is called Bello Truji.
uwana musulmi muna muku sallama irin ta addinin musulunci al'ummar duniya da fatan kowa dai na cikin koshin lafiya. To insha Allah dai ga giwon nan ta sake tahowa ba sai na faɗa ba insha Allah. Sunana dai kowa ya sani ba ma sai na faɗa ba, sunana dai bari in sake nanatawa da wanda bai da gane ni ba sai ya da fahimta na. Sunana Muhammadu Bello Turji. Insha Allah ta'ala wannan faifan bidiyo za mu fitar da shi yau muna Alhamis 7 ga watan 8 shekara ta 2025. Insha Allah al'umma musulmi muna wa kowa da kowa fatan alkhairi insha Allah. To dama ƴan uwana musulmi ba wani abu bane.
So characters like that are hiding in the forest that surrounds the country. And that is why if you ever feel like it is none of your business,